Trawling is a common method of catching cod in Iceland. The process typically involves the following steps. The trawl, often called a trawl, is prepared with a length and mesh size depending on the area of the sea and the desired quantity of fish. The trawl can be constructed with multiple layers, the last part of which is often called the code end, where the fish are caught after being dragged in by the net. Icelandic fishermen often locate large cod populations based on experience and use modern sonar equipment to detect schools of fish. The fishing usually takes place during the colder seasons, when the cod move into shallower waters to feed. The trawl is lowered to the seabed or into the water column, depending on the location of the cod. The vessel moves at a slow speed, pulling the net through the fish. During this process, the trawl doors open wide, creating a large funnel for the cod to swim into. After a certain period of time, the net is pulled onto the ship. The cod caught in the code end is brought onto the deck for sorting and processing. The cod is usually cleaned and processed on board to ensure freshness. It is then preserved by freezing or salting, depending on the intended use. This trawling method is very effective in Iceland because the sea is rich in fish resources, and the cold weather makes it easier to preserve the fish. However, it also requires precision and high technique to avoid damaging the marine environment. To delve into how to catch cod with a trawl in Iceland, we can break down the process into more detailed parts, from net preparation, locating the fish, pulling the net, to harvesting and preserving the fish. Trawl net design. Trawl nets are usually from a few hundred meters to more than a kilometer in length, depending on the size of the fish population and sea conditions. The nets are made from nylon or polyester to ensure durability. Trawl nets are designed with meshes small enough to retain cod while minimizing the capture of unwanted fish. Trawl doors. Two doors are attached to the sides of the net mouth, allowing the net to expand as it is pulled through the water. These doors are usually made of heavy metal or wood, and help keep the net at the desired depth. Depth and position control devices. Devices such as buoys and weights are attached to the net to control the depth and position of the net during the pull. This ensures that the net stays in areas with a high concentration of cod. Use of sonar technology. Icelandic fishermen use modern sonar equipment to detect schools of cod underwater. Sonar emits sound waves and receives feedback signals from the school of fish, helping to determine the size, location and depth of the school of fish. Rely on experience. In addition to technology, the experience of the fisherman is also very important. They often rely on factors such as ocean currents, water temperature, and spawning season to predict the location of the cod school. Casting the net. Once the school is located, the trawl net is dropped into the water. The vessel begins to move at a speed of 2 to 4 knots, pulling the net through the determined area. Controlling the towing process. During the towing process, fishermen need to continuously adjust the depth and speed to ensure that the net is always in the area where the fish are. Pressure and speed measuring devices are used to monitor and adjust the net. Ensuring environmental protection. To minimize the impact on the seabed environment, Icelandic fishermen adhere to strict regulations on the time of towing and the areas where fishing is prohibited. Pulling the net onto the ship. Once the net is full of cod, the fishermen begin to pull the net onto the ship. This step requires precise coordination between the crew to ensure that the net is not torn and that no fish are lost. Onboard processing. Cod are sorted by size and quality after being hauled up. Large fish are usually kept for export, while small fish may be used domestically or as food for other species. Cleaning and processing. Once on board, the cod are gutted and washed with seawater. Some vessels have onboard processing facilities, including filleting and packaging. Preservation. The processed cod is frozen on board, at low temperatures to keep it fresh. Salting is also a traditional method used to preserve cod in Iceland. Catch and size limits. The Icelandic government strictly regulates the number of fish each vessel can catch in a season, as well as the minimum size of cod allowed to be harvested. This helps protect the cod resource and ensures sustainability. Monitoring and reporting. Each fishing trip must be recorded, and the process of trawling cod in Iceland is carried out with a combination of modern technology and traditional experience, to ensure economic efficiency and protect marine resources. Global Positioning System, GPS. GPS is used to determine and track the position of the vessel during fishing, ensuring that the vessel always operates within permitted waters and avoids conservation areas. Radar and communication equipment. Radar helps fishermen detect other vessels, ensuring safety when operating at sea. Satellite communication equipment is used to communicate with other vessels or the shore-based coordination center in case of emergency. Temperature and salinity measuring equipment. These devices help fishermen better understand the surrounding marine environment, thereby making accurate decisions about the depth and timing of trawling. On-site quality inspection. Cod is inspected for quality on-site after being pulled onto the vessel. This includes checking the eyes, skin, fins, and flesh to ensure that the fish are not damaged and remain fresh. Quality certification. Many Icelandic fishing vessels are certified for quality and sustainability by international organizations, such as the Marine Stewardship Council, MSC. These vessels must adhere to strict environmental and resource management standards. On-board refrigeration. Icelandic fishing vessels are often equipped with modern refrigeration systems to preserve the fish once they are on board. Storage temperatures are usually kept below -20 degrees Celsius to maintain freshness. Controlled fishing. The Icelandic government has a strict fish resource management system, which includes limiting catches and issuing licenses to individual vessels. This ensures that cod stocks are not overfished, helping to maintain the marine ecosystem. Restoring the marine environment. Iceland also has marine restoration programs, including coral reef restoration and protection of fish breeding areas. These areas are strictly protected, with no fishing activities during certain periods to ensure the reproduction and development of fish species. Exporting cod. Cod is one of Iceland's main export products. Icelandic cod is famous for its high quality, and is exported to many countries in Europe, America, and Asia. Cod products such as fillets, dried fish, and salted fish are very popular in the international market. Domestic processing. In addition to export, a part of cod is also processed and consumed domestically. Icelanders have many traditional cod dishes such as plokkfiskur, cod stew with potatoes, and harfiskur, dried cod served with butter. Climate change challenges. Climate change may affect the breeding and growing habitat of cod, leading to changes in fish supply. Icelandic fishermen must adapt to these changes, possibly adjusting their fishing methods and fishing areas. Sustainability opportunities. The Icelandic fishing industry is moving towards more sustainable methods, using new technologies to reduce environmental impacts. These initiatives include developing environmentally friendly trawl nets and optimizing storage processes to reduce waste. Technological innovation. In the future, the Icelandic cod industry is likely to adopt more modern technologies such as artificial intelligence, AI, and big data to manage resources and optimize fishing processes. Strengthening environmental protection. Measures to protect the marine environment will be further strengthened, with the participation of fishing communities and NGOs. This helps ensure that Iceland's cod resources are protected and developed sustainably in the long term. Expanding markets. With a reputation for quality, Icelandic cod can expand its market to emerging countries, meeting the growing demand for high-quality seafood products. Thus, the process of catching cod in Iceland is not only an important economic activity but also a typical example of how to manage marine resources sustainably and effectively. This industry is constantly evolving, aiming to balance economic benefits and environmental protection. Trawling is a popular method of catching flatfish in the world, especially in seas such as Europe, North America, and North Asia, where flatfish live in abundance. Flatfish are fish that live close to the seabed, so bottom trawling is an effective method of catching this fish. Below is a detailed process of how to catch flatfish by trawl. Bottom trawl design. Bottom trawls, also known as bottom trawls, are trawls designed to move along the seabed. They are shaped like a large bag, with a wide opening and a bottom that touches the seabed. Trawl doors and weights. Two doors, trawl doors, are attached to the mouth of the net to keep it open when pulled. Weights or heavy chains are attached along the bottom of the mouth of the net to ensure that the net always touches the seabed. Auxiliary accessories. Bottom trawls are often equipped with additional accessories such as buoys above the mouth of the net to keep the net from sinking too deep, and depth gauges to monitor the position of the net. Seabed environment analysis. Flounder often live near the seabed, where there is sand, mud, or gravel. Fishermen use seafloor maps and sonar technology to determine areas with suitable environments for flounder. When to catch. Flounder have a seasonal and time of day migration pattern. They are usually active at night or during spawning season, so fishing is often done at these times. Casting a net. A trawl is dropped from the stern of the vessel to the seabed. The vessel moves slowly, dragging the net through the seabed where the flounder live. The towing speed is usually 2 to 3 knots, slow enough for the net to collect the flounder without scaring them and causing them to escape. Adjusting the depth and pressure. During the trawling process, fishermen continuously adjust the depth and pressure of the net to ensure that the net is always in contact with the seabed where the flounder live. They use pressure gauges and sensors to monitor this process. Pulling the net onto the vessel. Once the net has been pulled through the desired area, it is pulled onto the vessel. The flounder will be trapped in the end of the net, code end. This part is designed as a bag to hold the fish when the net is pulled up. Fish handling. Flounder are sorted immediately after being pulled onto the boat. Large, high-value fish are given priority. The fish are cleaned, washed with seawater, and then stored in a cold storage compartment on board. Cleaning and filleting. Flounder are cleaned and can be filleted on board, depending on the equipment of the boat. Flounder meat is very thin and delicate, so the filleting process needs to be done carefully to avoid damage. Frozen storage. Flounder is often frozen on board at very low temperatures to maintain freshness. For the international market, flounder can be frozen whole or filleted before export. Catch limits. Similar to other fish species, flounder fishing is also subject to strict control on output, to ensure the sustainability of the resource. Each boat must comply with the limit on the amount of fish that can be caught in a season. Protecting the seabed environment. To minimize the impact on the seabed environment, fishermen need to comply with regulations on no fishing areas and no fishing periods. New technologies such as environmentally friendly trawling are encouraged to protect seabed ecosystems. Minimizing bycatch. One of the major challenges of trawling is the catching of bycatch. Improvements in net design and mesh size selection methods can help to minimize this. Improved preservation technology. Storing flounder at the right temperature is important to keep the fish fresh. Modern refrigeration systems and new preservation technologies are being developed to improve the quality of the product after capture. Halibut market. Halibut is a high-value commodity in the market, especially in Europe and North America, where it is popular in high-end dishes. The export of halibut, both fresh and frozen, contributes significantly to the economies of countries with a thriving halibut fishing industry. Consumption trends. With the growing demand for marine foods, the halibut market is booming. Halibut fishing and processing companies are looking to expand their markets to new regions such as Asia, where interest in halibut is growing. The trawling method of halibut is a complex and highly technical process. The combination of modern technology and strict adherence to environmental protection regulations helps ensure that halibut resources are exploited sustainably and efficiently. Processing cod on board a large trawler is a complex process that requires close coordination between crew members, along with the support of modern technological equipment. This process helps ensure that the fish is processed quickly after being caught, maintaining maximum freshness before being stored or exported.